All right, the dare, day 9. Today's title is Who Are You in the Dark? It's all about character. True greatness has little to do with your bank account or the titles of your life. Greatness from God's perspective is always an inside job. It begins and ends with being a person of character and integrity. And since one action is worth more than 1,000 good words, let's spend just a couple of minutes on this challenge. Look at Titus 2, verse number 11 and 12. For the grace of God has appeared, bringing salvation to all men, instructing us to deny ungodliness and worldly desires and live sensibly, righteously, and godly in this present age. D.L. Moody once said, character is who you are in the dark. Surely enough, the most unconscious thing that we do a lot of times is done in the dark. We often have a public self and a private self when no one else is looking. In other words, our public self is who we are when people are watching. Our private self is who we are when no one's watching. And your private self should be the same as your public self. Your character is all about you. Living a double life will only get you nowhere twice as fast. In the Bible, it even tells us a double-minded man is unstable in all of his ways. And that's exactly what the writer was referring to. Being double-minded, being one thing in front of others, being another in front of another group. In other words, sometimes you laugh at jokes you wouldn't normally laugh at if you were with your Christian friends. But when you're with the worldly friends, you laugh at those jokes. So have a godly character. Character is a lot like that. It's created us to be who we are in God. Outside of the ring is sometimes it can be boring, but inside of the ring it's exciting. You know, we have to exemplify our character in Christ, and no matter what we do in life, everything we do has got to be about God. So if you want to be a person of character and integrity, you need to learn to mentally focus on what's on the inside. The glass of your heart, our human nature, makes us to spend our time reacting to the situations around us, responding to those that are around us, and reacting to the people who we bump into. But we never grow that way. Nothing can be bumped out of us unless there's already something in us. If we have godly character in us, then no matter what happens around us, we'll still be godly. It doesn't matter what everybody else does. It doesn't matter what everybody else says. We'll still be godly. In other words, we need the power of God's presence in our life every single waking moment and even sleeping moment. When we're in our bedrooms by ourselves or when we're in public, we've got to have the character of God. Let's live for God and have godly character inside and outside the walls of the church.